Welcome to Channel 13's Evening News. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Shannon. May the luck of the Irish be with you. So, Spencer, what's going on in the news today?
Well, recently, 3 babies have been found dead in a hospital earlier this year. The cause of this, you might ask, a simple bacterial infection. Nurses at the Belfast Hospital now verify that 4 other babies are now infected with this terrible disease. This disease is an infection that is hard to get rid of that highly affects the bodily system, leading many times to pneumonia. As of now, the Irish government is making no direct connection with the previous deaths to this current infection. Although, at the moment, a full investigation is being carried out to connect and destroy this terrible disease.
Well, that's horrible!
So Shannon, what's new in your neck of the woods?
Well, the biggest Irish festival was back in Europe for its 16th year.
Really?
Yeah, the 17-day festival went from Friday, March 2nd to Sunday, March 18th. This year it had one of the best turnouts in its history by attracting over 200,000 people. This year's festival had many concerts and shows with appearances from Noel Gallagher, Oasis fame, the Dubliners, Boyzone, and many more. The Albert Square Irish Festival Market opened on the festival grounds too. The market featured Irish arts and foods and fun activities. The market was open for 4 days of the festival. The main attraction, though, this year was the St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's the biggest parade in the UK. This year's parade started at the Irish Heritage Centre in Cheltenham Hill. Over 70 floats flew by, along with wonderful music and dancing. Irish Embassy official Eugene Ford said this about it. It was great to be in Manchester with the sun shining to watch Europe's biggest Irish festival parade outside of the Emerald Isle. It was a great atmosphere and I really enjoyed it. I think that was one of the best Manchester festivals we've had. It was amazing.
Wow, Shannon, that sounds like a great time.
It was awesome! Now let's throw it over to Catherine with the weather.
Thanks, guys, for that great story about the parties, and kind of sad about the little children dying, but it's okay. So let's take a look at some weather changes in the Northern Ireland. So, our neighboring country, the big UK, has had some patterns of weather in April. It's been a little less duller and wetter there, and then Northern Ireland decided to take on that trend. And as usual in April, it has been drier and brighter than normal with less rain. Guess Mr. Sun decided to come out and play with the leprechauns. Stats have shown that we've had 67% millimeters of rain, which is 95% of our normal amount of rainfall. And if things couldn't get any differenter, they had 160.8 hours of sunshine, which can you believe it or not, is 113% of the amount of sunshine that you would see in April in the beautiful Northern Ireland. Well, guess you would finally have a chance to get some fresh air and go on nice picnics and go on leprechaun hunts. And guess if you like this weather, you could have a little bit of luck of the Irish come to you. And, well, that's all I have time for today on the weather. Be sure to dress accordingly. Now, let's toss it over to Allie, who's baking in the kitchen.
Whoa! You're a funny one, Catherine. And now for a real taste of what modern families eat in Ireland on a daily basis. Ireland today has a thriving modern food culture. Fast food restaurants like McDonald's and Burger King can be found in many of our main cities, along with several other different ethnic groups. However, the Irish still are very proud of their traditional recipes that have been handed down from generation to generation. Irish food has always been considered the food of the poor because of its inexpensive and very bland ingredients. Many recipes consist of potatoes, cabbage, or oats. The Irish are very fond of meats and fishes, especially pork and codfish. The favorite meal of the Irish is breakfast. It consists of fry-ups, which are consists of anything found in the kitchen served with fried bread. This dish that I'm making right now, Colcannon, is one of Ireland's most famous dishes. It consists of cabbage, ham or bacon, scallions for flavor, and of course our oh so famous Irish mashed praties, or potatoes as it's the Ireland term for it. And now we'll switch over on we'll fly on over back to Spencer and Shannon. There you go, guys.
And speaking of flying, the white-tailed sea eagles are back. This species of eagle, which almost went extinct in the early 20th century, are back, and now they have started breeding.
2 white-tailed eagles, a 4-year-old male and 3-year-old female, were imported from Norway and are currently nesting. This is the first time in over a century that these birds have laid their eggs in Ireland.
Oh my, that's so exciting. The eagles will take at least 3 weeks to hatch. So the nesting grounds on Lough Derg Island have been blocked off, so they don't disturb the birds. And it's currently illegal to disturb the eagles during mating season, so tourists are not allowed near the birds. So sorry about that.
I think this is a wonderful thing they are doing. They are reintroducing an almost extinct species back into its environment, and hope that the eagles will reach a self-sustaining breeding population.
I agree, they're doing a wonderful thing. Well, that concludes our newscast. May the road rise to meet you.
And go bragh!
Salam, farewell.